Welcome. Today, I am going to teach you how to get 5 to 10 times more out of your practice sessions. I'm going to teach you using a timer that you already have on your phone. It's going to save you years of noodling. But first, why listen to me? My name is Jake Galambus. I have 15 years of guitar teaching experience from the back of guitar stores in high schools at the college level. And most recently, I run the online teaching community Guitar Gym Pro. Plus, I've been practicing guitar myself for 23 years, and I'm obsessed with efficiency. I want to play the most music possible. There's so much cool stuff. I want to get to as much of it as I can. All right, the plan, I'm going to break it into 3 parts. How we learn, what the first step is, and how to use this in your practice session. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how we learn. So we don't get better while we're practicing. We actually get better while we sleep. So what do I mean by that? Think about going to the gym. You do a bunch of squats, right? But you're not getting stronger while you're doing the squats. You're getting stronger when you go home and eat and rest and heal. And it's the same, but a little different. So when we play guitar and we're practicing, what we're doing is we're building new neural pathways in our brain. And when we sleep, we solidify those. So we're learning when we sleep, not while we're actually practicing. That means that there's going to be a point of diminishing returns where our brain is no longer going to be picking up a bunch of new information. It's just going to be repeating stuff that it already knows or is yet to solidify. Right. So the first step, what do we need to do? The man who chases 2 rabbits catch none. It's a, parable saying like, hey, you can only go in one direction. Now, this isn't exactly true of guitar, but we need to have a goal. So we might have 2 goals, we might have 3 goals, we may be working on a few things, we may be learning something, but the idea is we need to have a goal. We need to know what we're shooting for. If you want to play around the campfire, it's really different than going to an open mic blues jam, right? You need to know different things on guitar. And you only need to know a few things on guitar for each of those situations, but if you try to do both, you're going to more than double the time it takes to get there. So here's a couple pro tips. Make it a song that's your goal. Why? Because we're playing songs. That's what we want to do. None of the goals are going to be like, oh, I just really want to play this one scale I heard faster. No. You want to play a song that your wife loves. You want to have a sing-along around the campfire. You want to do the open blues jam. You want to write your own song. Make a song the goal. Then you want to work your edge. So the way that I like to think about this is as like, let's see. So I like to think of it as like a circle, right? In the middle of the circle is my comfort zone. That's the things I know. Maybe I know a G and I know a D chord and I know a C chord, and that's my comfort zone. And then outside of the circle is like a bunch of chaos and mess. I have no idea. I watched a guitar player the other day and he's playing some, chords up here and doing all sorts of craziness I've never heard or seen, and that's okay. That's outside. That's the chaos. That's a little scary. But if we look at the circle, there's the line around it. That's the edge. That's the edge of what we can do. And so I want to work the edge. The more that I'm spending time at the edge of what I can do, the bigger my circle of comfort is going to get. And so I want to pick a song that is not so easy that it's like, oh, it's got all chords I know, whatever. It's like, okay, then you don't need to practice it, right? You can look up the chords, you can play along with the record. That's fun. Do it. Spend some time on your practice time doing that, but that's not the learning. We want to spend most of the time pushing our edge out. So you want to pick a song that has 1, 2 new chords, maybe, a little lead line that you're adding in to what you already know. But we don't want to go, okay, it's my 3rd day playing guitar. I'm going to learn the whole Comfortably Numb solo. It's like that puts us into chaos. There's too many things we don't know and we're going to get discouraged. Now, let's take our 3rd step and apply it to your practice routine. All right. Decide how long you have to practice. You sit down to practice. You know what your goal is. I'm working on, Heart of Gold by Neil Young. Okay. And I need to practice, E minor, C, G, and D. Okay. I know that I got to learn those chords and that kind of a thing. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide up the time that I have into 2-minute blocks. Okay, I've got 20 minutes. I'm spending about 2 minutes on my plan. So I've got 9 2-minute blocks giving me the rest of my 18 minutes. So I know I've got 9 slots of things to practice. I'm going to fill those blocks with what I need to most work on. Hey, I just need to practice changing between all these chords. So I'm going to spend 3 of my 2-minute blocks doing that at successively faster tempos. And then I'm going to work on the strumming pattern, whatever it is. Each 2-minute block gets filled. Save 2 to 6 minutes at the end of your practice routine for fun. So I just described like, if you already know it, you can just pull up a chart and play it. Save that. Do that at the end for fun. Review a song that you know that you like. Play something wild and crazy. Go out into the chaos and do something that you don't think that you can do yet. That's great. I'm not suggesting that you never do it, but we want to make sure most of our time is working the edge. If this was helpful for you, I have more free lessons just like this, along with a free community of other guitar players who are just like you, learning, growing, getting better. It's the best community online for guitar players, and it is free forever. It's at skool.com/guitar. That's school, SKOOL.com/guitar. And I'll leave a link down below so that you can find it easily. Come join us there, play a lot of guitar, have a lot of fun, and get way better, way faster than you would on your own. I look forward to seeing you in there.